What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Talking with Beauties, episode 171, the college weekly news. And on today's episode, we only got college football, meaning we got storylines from week 0 to week 1. Plus, we got some underdog picks to talk about. So let's head straight into it. So yes, we only got college football when it comes to the world of college sports to talk about. Very little stuff outside of college football that even worth mentioning. So we're not going to mention it today. We're only going to talk about college football. Week 0 and week 1 is officially here. But before we get into that, we got a little bit of news before we get into those topics. Colorado has announced that their Buffalo mascot, Ralphie 6, aka Ember, is retiring after 4 years of service for the university. Ralphie 7 has begun training. There is no timeline, though, for her debut. So that will be interesting to see when Colorado's Buffalo run before the game will be happening, if at all, this season. Tennessee has extended their head coach, Josh Heupel, to 2030. This is interesting because I think Heupel has done very well at Tennessee. Now, can he do it again this season? I personally do not think he's going to get his team to the playoffs this season. I think there's a couple teams better in the SEC. But if you want to check out my full opinions, plus the podcast ad and new guest, our cousin Vincent, go check out the channel. We have an SEC breakdown. Plus, we have all the other conferences, ACC, Big 12, and Big 10, and early college football playoff predictions in those episodes as well. So go check out those. Those are out live right now on the channel. 4 total episodes, about 15 to 20 minutes each one. So hopefully you guys go check that one out. It's really good episodes to sit down and watch and listen. Then moving on, Alabama, they announced that they canceled their home-and-home series in 2026 and 27 against West Virginia. Now, this is surprising in my opinion because they just went to a 9-game conference schedule next season, and they need to have a Power 4 conference in there according to the SEC standards now for football. And to have West Virginia in there is not a crazy hard schedule to have, but Alabama once again just making the easy road for them to make them look better in their opinion. I guess it works out. They get East Carolina for those 2 years now. So East Carolina gets a nice payday. West Virginia gets dropped from the schedule for the next 2 years. So that's a tough one for West Virginia right there. Now let's head into week 0. Score lines. Not a lot of games. There was 5 games to talk about. Nothing too crazy, but we did have a top 25 matchup and a Big 12 matchup. Number 22, Iowa State and Kansas State, ranked 17 in the country, went to Ireland to play, and Iowa State squeaking out the win 24-21 in that one. A very good game back and forth, but also a very miserable game to probably be in. A lot of rain. Weather conditions was not good all game. Field conditions was not great. So a 24-21 win, an early stamp on the Big 12 belonging to the Cyclones. Idaho State went to UNLV, and UNLV just squeaks out a win there, 38-31, starting off the Dan Mullins era 1-0 for the Rebels. Kansas smoked Fresno State at home, 31-7, their first game at home since 2023 after the renovation, so Kansas might be a big team this upcoming season. Western Kentucky beat Sam Houston 41-24. And lastly, Hawaii starting off 1-0 on the year, beating Stanford 23-20 on a walk-off field goal. Although Stanford did lose, they did score their first rushing touchdown since 2023 against U of A. That is a very interesting stat. In my opinion, they only had 2 touchdowns from the running back position last year, and they were not rushers. They were obviously receiving touchdowns. So, very interesting stat that I was not aware of until it happened last week. This upcoming week, though, we already had a couple games. Today, I'm recording this on Friday. Thursday had a couple games, including number 25, Boise State going down to South Florida and getting destroyed. 34-7 for the Bulls. A big win for them. Now, this could mean that the Bulls are actually going to be a very solid team, or it could mean that Boise State might not be the team that everyone expects them to be following this upcoming season. So, I'm not sure what to expect out of Boise State. I'm not sure what to expect out of South Florida. But regardless, big win for the Bulls to start off the season. Top 25 upset, the first one of the year. Ohio and Rutgers played 34-31 win for the Scarlet Knights. A really close game, but the Bobcats just fallen short. Jacksonville State stayed close with the UCF Knights. UCF, though, winning that one 17-10. Delaware gets their first win at the FBS level. They beat up on their in-state rival Delaware State 35-17. And the last one I talk about, Nebraska beat Cincinnati 20-17. A big win for Nebraska, a big interception to end off the game. Cincinnati was driving in field goal range. Unfortunately, did throw an interception. Nebraska winning that one by 3. Really close back and forth game. I don't know what to expect from either team. I don't think Cincinnati is going to be the same team we saw last year. I think they're going to fall off a little bit. Nebraska, on the other hand, a big win. It's good to see them get back in the win column for the sake of Nebraska fans. But will they be able to bounce back and keep rolling with this? That is yet to be seen. Usually it's a no, but anything could happen. New season, new team. Nebraska starting 1-0. Now let's head into key matchups for week 1. Start off with the biggest one of the week, potentially of the season already. Number 1, Texas visiting number 3, Ohio State. This will be the game day site and Lee Corso's last show after an amazing career. I believe he's been on the College Game Day show for over 25 or 30 years or something like that. Crazy amount of numbers. 286 and 144 overall in his headgear picks. Will he pick his first love, Brutus the Buckeye, or will he go with the upset, in my opinion, the upset, which would be Texas, the Longhorns in this one? I don't know. I think he's going to go first love, Ohio State. But 9 a.m. on Fox, we will see what happens on that game. ESPN starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time, so go check out that one. It's going to be an emotional one for sure. Got to hold back the tears big time. Other games, though, number 8, Alabama visiting Florida State. Could be a good game, but honestly, I don't think Florida State's going to be ready for that. I think Alabama smokes them. Number 9, LSU versus number 4, Clemson. This is another big game. I think we're going to see right out of the gate which Tiger is the right Tiger to root for this year. Is it going to be the Clemson Tigers? I think Clemson looks really good this year. Is it going to be the LSU Tigers? Can they finally get over the hump? Can they get to the 10-win season? I'm not too sure. I think this is a very good matchup for both teams to start off, and it's in Death Valley too, so really good matchup for both teams. Other 2 games on Saturday night, we got Cal and Oregon State, plus Utah and UCLA, so a couple old Pac-12 foes going at it. I always love the Pac-12 foes going at it right there, so I'm circled those 2 games to watch on Saturday night. And then we had to Sunday, number 9, Notre Dame versus number 10, Miami, a quote-unquote ACC matchup. Obviously, Notre Dame is not an ACC, but everything else is, and I love this matchup a lot. Number 6 versus number 10, that's Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on ABC. And on Monday, we only have one game as well. That will be TCU versus North Carolina. TCU has a lot of expectations this year. A lot of people think TCU is going to be pretty good. North Carolina, brand new head coach Bill Belichick. Can he do something in the college level? I think it's going to be really interesting to watch both storylines all season long, and I think it's a good test for both teams here, an ACC versus Big 12 matchup. That's Monday at 5 p.m. on ESPN. Now, let's get into the last topic today. Underdog picks. Last year, underdog picks actually went pretty damn well. I got 84 points last year in my underdog picks. A couple outright wins that I was not really expecting, and I actually got it. So we'll see if we get better than 84 points this upcoming season. Obviously, the rules for the underdog picks, you got to have a 4.5 point or greater underdog, 5 points if they cover that spread, and then a 5-point outright win plus the spread. For example, if the spread is +6 and they outright win, you get 11 points. You get 5 for the win, 6 because of that spread. So right now, I got Hawaii versus Arizona. Arizona hosting this one, but Hawaii at a 16.5 point underdog. I think they at least cover. I expect Arizona to win this game. I hate to say that, but I do not expect Hawaii to win on the road like that. But they already got a game under their belt. They kept it close against Stanford and ended up coming back and winning that game. So I think they could keep it close against Arizona. I got them with the spread cover, but I'm going to be rooting for them to get an outright win. That'll be on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. on TNT and HBO Max. So check out that game. All right, guys, that will do it for this episode. A little short episode today. Weekly news all about college football because it's just college football when it comes to the college sport world. So hopefully you guys enjoyed opening weekend with some of the best matchups of the season just to start it off for week 1. So check out that one and have an awesome rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys next week.